the weathered couch.
Yeah, the couch is quite worn out.
Yep.
It lasted a good, I'd say 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
And then it started peeling, or whatever it's doing.
Yeah, it's mostly dog nails. That
makes sense.
Floyd and then Kinsley.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Well, hello,
everybody. Hope y'all are having a lovely day.
Are you having a lovely day, Katie?
I'm having a decent day.
Yeah, you got new glasses.
I did get new glasses.
Can you see through them? They're not cracked, they're not scratched.
They're not.
Clean.
They're clean.
Very wide vision of scope. Very wide scope of vision.
I got big ones.
You did get big ones.
These were actually I thought my insurance covered 2 pairs, but it only covered 1 pair. And
so
the other
you just
pair.
doubled up on one?
No, the other pair was bigger than these.
You see how funny that was? You just doubled it. Okay.
Yeah, you're hilarious.
Thanks.
So.
I like them.
Good.
Can I see them? No.
Do you actually want?
I'm going to put them on.
Okay.
Oh, those are very large. Actually, nope, can't. I thought maybe I could read with them. I can't do anything with them. Whoa, they are
We have very different prescriptions.
very different eyeballs.
Very different eyeballs.
Anywho, today is a day of
Reckoning.
tiredness. Tiredness. What have you been doing?
Well, dear.
I tried to record some stuff for the Kraemerlife today.
Nope, not good.
So when we first started, this is going to be very random. I'm sorry, it is not going to flow well today. When we first started the Kraemerlife, it would take me take after take after take after take. After several years of doing it, I just got used to it, and now I just whatever, just say it. Today, it took me take after take after take. It took 4 takes.
It's like you were a newbie all over again.
It was like a newbie all, and it's like, you know what? If I can't even say what I'm trying to do, there's no even point in doing what I was going to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Vern?
I do.
Yeah, so.
I am a take after take after take after take, or I just don't care. So a lot of times, you'll see the videos that I do, very little talking. It's just easier that way. Easier to edit, easier to film, just
Slap some music on it and call it good.
Yep, just go ahead and I tried. Like, I'll have like 16 takes of something and Nate'll be like, what were you trying to say here? Just leave them out. We'll just put some music on. It'll be great. So, but back to your question. Today I worked a half day because I have to burn some PTO before the end of the year. And so yesterday and today I did half days, which has been nice, just working 4 hours and just a nice quick little, enough to get 1 or 2 small things done, check my email, jump on a couple calls, and then enjoy from 1 p.m. Either around the homestead, or today I was able to go to town and get my glasses, because normally it's really hard for me to coordinate that unless I can match it on a day off.
Yeah, because their work hours are your work hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So did that today, and then talked to a couple more folks about getting gift cards for chickens or gift certificates, and then scheduled a couple of meetups, 1 for a gift certificate, 1 for the 2 chickens. So I've got a couple things that I scheduled today, but that was pretty much my day. It was just administrative, and then
working on your gift certificates.
Making my gift certificates, because I was like, well, somebody reached out to me and said, hey, I have I think it was their cousin or no, I don't remember the relationship, but
a family member,
and wanting to get into chickens, and but they weren't quite ready for them yet, and so they didn't want to buy them adult chickens right now, because that's all I have available. I don't have any small tinies that are available right this moment. And so I just let them know, hey, in the springtime, these are the breeds. They can just come and check me out in the springtime or put in a request, and I'll hatch out some chickens for them. But they'll be straight run because at that point they'll be,
Yeah.
day old chicks, and make sure they have to have all the brooder and all that. So got them all set up, and they were like, okay, cool. They're like, well, I think I just want to do a gift card and give them a gift card for Christmas, and then they can come at their own convenience. And I was like, sure, I can do that. Why not? And so then I was thinking through, okay, how do I do it? How do I track it? How do I make sure? What verbiage do I want to put on it? What do I want to tell people? So I was just kind of thinking through templates, and I wanted something that was, so I created a logo today, and I made the Rusted Roost has now its own logo. And so, yeah, I was just kind of doing some of the...
You were being creative.
I was trying. Yeah. So I think the logo turned out pretty cute. And then I just designed the gift card today, and then I'm sending it off to the printers, and they said they could print them for me tomorrow morning so that I can have them ready. And I'm just going to do a couple to start with now, and just see if that's something folks are interested in.
Are they going to print it on thick paper?
Yeah, I'm asking to do it on cardstock.
Nice.
Yeah, so it'll be a little bit, it'll cost me a little bit of money to do it, but I don't know. I just feel like if you're wanting to give somebody a gift certificate,
especially for a Christmas gift.
For a Christmas gift, it's like you want it to kind of look nice and professional, and
not just a slip of paper.
Right, like a IOU, like
take out your
here's a napkin.
$20. Treat us cash, whatever.
No cash back.
No cash back. On a piece of paper in a Ziploc bag. Here you go.
There you are. So yeah, I was just trying to think through, like, if I was to, what would make me feel more confident buying from a small business that I really don't have a lot of history with.
Right.
And so I just thought, let me make it look professional and be something that I'm going to easily recognize, and I'll know it's mine. It'll be something that won't be easy for somebody to recreate. So I just thought, go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Cool. That's exciting. That's
Yeah.
fun stuff.
So my first gift card.
Yeah. That's
Moving on up.
Moving on up to the east side.
I have to get used to these. They're heavier than my last ones. So they feel like I'm just not used to them touching down here. So I keep thinking that they need to be pushed up, but they don't. They're just bigger.
Yeah.
So it's just going to take me a little bit, because every time I talk, I'm like, oh, nope, they don't need to go up.
My day started at 4 a.m. That's when I decided I was going to wake up and not get back to sleep. Oh, no, I did call back. I think I fell back to sleep when you woke up for like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Anywho. Yeah, so started off with the doggy walk like normal. It's a very short walk today. We didn't even make it to the red barn before we turned around.
Oh, wow.
Winston and I were both like,
Over it?
no, not today, not today. So we did that, and then the shenanigans got out again. There's always 3 that get out and 2 that stay in. So I had to get them back in there. But at least they're staying up in that general area and
they're not
down
coming
by the
back down
RV.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I moved the sheep paddock just around one of the maple trees up here, because there's quite a bit of grass. But I was looking over at where the gray barn is. And did I say I took the dogs to the walk to the gray barn?
No, you said
Red
not
barn.
quite to the red barn.
Okay, good. So up by the gray barn, there's quite a bit of grass still. So I think I'm going to make up just a poly wire paddock for them and just put them up there, bring them back down here every night, because I like having them down here at night. They like it better because they have the shelter and all that kind of stuff. And the dogs are down here and whatever. But make it a bigger so they're not just stuck in a little, and then I don't have to move them as much. Because there's, I don't want the grass to go to waste.
Right.
Anyway, and then when I was over, I know, when I was over there, the quackheads were going crazy, and the blue heron was back.
Yeah.
And it seems it's in the same spot that I took the video of. So it must be building a nest over there, and it's probably going to lay eggs. And I'm going to get some eggs, and we're going to hatch them.
Oh,
Don't you think?
I don't know.
I think we should. I think
What are we going to do with blue herons?
It's the same thing we did with the ducks. We're going to hold them, we're going to love them, and we're going to feed them, and we're going to put them in the pond. And then they're going to fly away.
And then they're going to fly away. Yeah, we'll have to see. Like,
I think it'd be kind of cool. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We'll look into it.
We'll look into it. We're going to do it. So then I cleaned up the house, the great room, from all of the work that Jim and I did with the ceiling work, and you. And then I decided I was going to start on the process of drilling out the holes for the lights. But I knew pretty much from the onset of this morning that today was not going to be a day of critical thinking.
It's a low cognitive day.
It is definitely a day of, yeah. So I decided that I'm not going to actually do any drilling and hole punching in the ceiling today, because if I make a mistake, that'd be very difficult to repair. So I'm going to get some better rest tonight. It's my hope. And have a fresh start tomorrow. So my plan tomorrow is to drill the holes and put in the 6-inch surface mount LED lights, get them wired up.
See how many more we need.
To buy, yeah. Yeah, there's a very slight chance that I might have gone overboard on the number of lights.
Very slight.
Very slight. Which reminds me, there's some lights that you need to pick out.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
I know. I've been trying to find the right. So we have the kitchen island lights. What we're still needing to get is the above the dining room table, and then 2 pendant type larger pendants in the living room. We did that in addition to all of the surface mount lighting that he was talking about. And we had gone to Home Depot a couple weeks back, and I was super excited because I really liked this set, and they were on a really deep clearance, like 60 or 70% off.
I think it's like 75%, because it was originally like $140 and they were selling it for like 25 or something like that.
Yeah, so fantastic pricing. So, and it would have worked to where I could have gotten dining room, both of the living room, and the 2 living room could have been the same. The dining room was different, but all within the same style. So they would have looked really nice together, and they would have been very complementary to the ones that we have above the kitchen island. But they were out of stock of all of them except for the singles. And the singles is the only one I didn't need, because that's what's above the island is singles. And so I was like, dang it. So looked for it at another store, but they were full price at the other locations.
Yeah, it was only clearance for that one store that we were at up in Junction City.
I was so frustrated. I was like, dang it.
Right. We'll find the right ones.
So that's kind of what it's been. There's a couple online that I think I've, marked, and I was like, okay, those are okay. But just trying to find some that'll be complementary with what we already have existing, but then also complementary. I just don't want it to look like, oh, you bought a light from Target over here, you bought 2 from Walmart over here, and then you went to Home Goods over here. It's just like, I kind of want them to all be very cohesive. I don't necessarily want them to all match. I just want them to be very complementary of each other. So just trying to figure out. And then also that was before we had stained anything. And so a lot of them have like a fake wood look to them. And I'm trying really hard to get some that are just black, or if they have wood, that it's like a super neutral wood that would match with, what we were hoping to do. So, or a very, very dark one, so it almost looked black because of the height that it was going to be at. So that was kind of what my struggle was with lighting, and why I haven't committed to anything quite yet.
We had, I think it was 4 or 5 people ask on the video for the ceiling work. And I'm going to go into this also in the Kraemer Life video that I tried to record today. But 5 people asked, how am I going to know where to put the lights now that all the wires aren't hanging down?
all of that pre-work you did.
All the pre-work I did. I did some pretty spectacular pre-work, if I must say so myself.
Spectacular.
In that, when I laid out the lighting pattern, I also marked it on the floor. So all I had to do is put a laser with the crosshairs that go vertical onto the cross on the floor, and it shines across up to the ceiling, and then I know exactly where the center of the hole is. And in addition to that, I made sure to mark basically the X and Y axis on the walls, so that way when I'm centering the dot, I know exactly which way to turn it, so it's all in a nice grid pattern. So all of them are the lights that are supposed to line up with each other. And I'm glad I did that, because one of the pendant lights that we were going to have in the living room was slightly off from the other one.
Okay.
It would have been like almost an inch off in terms of grid-like, in terms of being
Catastrophic failure.
It would I think you're being sarcastic, but yes, it would have been not good.
Not good.
So anyway, all of the pre-work really did pay off, and that's what I was working on today, and just putting those little stickers up on the ceiling and marking where they're going to, stickers meaning little dots, where they're going to go. So continue that tomorrow.
Nice.
After I get some rest. Yeah. And then after tomorrow, it's supposed to have nice weather, and I can start
Back to the boards.
continue working on the boards, spray them down with all of the bug killer.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be good. And then you have to decide what we're going to do with the wood.
If we're going to keep it or stain it,
Yeah.
keep it natural or stain it. And then I don't know I think either way we probably are going to have to put a coat of something on it, right? Or is that cleaner enough to seal it?
I don't think we'll need to do a coat of anything on it.
Oh, okay.
Just like we didn't do a coat with the
Well, we stained like a coat of something, whether it's a clear stain or I just don't know if there's anything, because I think a couple people asked about like why we didn't varnish or why we didn't put a top coat on. And I mean, honestly, we were told we didn't have to. We asked around quite a few different people, and because it doesn't get any foot traffic, you don't have to treat it like you would a floor. And so it was just the stain because we wanted the color, but we were told we could, if we wanted to, do an extra layer. And
yeah, when we were at Lowe's getting the stain, the person working at the paint desk said that you don't have to. You can, but you don't have to. Many of the YouTube videos I watched about people doing it, they did do a varnish, but not everybody did. So I reached out to Jim, because we trust Jim's expertise in this stuff, and he says that he doesn't do it, just because you don't touch it, no foot traffic, like you were saying. So that's why we didn't do it. Plus, we didn't want it to have a little bit of a sheen to it, and sometimes it turns the wood a little yellow, so we didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I wanted to stay far away from the look of the yellowing. So we'll see how this stain, and that's the reason kind of that we chose this stain, because it was such a warm wood color, like such a really pretty brown, that it didn't have those yellow tones to it. So hopefully it'll stay looking like it does, and if it doesn't, then we'll have to figure out what we want to do with it.
We'll tackle that when it comes, if it comes. I was trying to do an analogy, and I was only thing I could
cross that bridge when we get to
No, I was trying to like be creative in we'll tackle that. And I was like thinking of a football, somebody playing football and the runner, and you tackle the runner, but I don't know what the runner was called, and I was trying to think of that, and then I realized I should just give up and just.
Yeah, you don't watch football, so it's an interesting choice of.
You know what? Today is one of them days. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just keep on keeping on. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. Like, I don't, just thinking of, obviously more projects, but the house, I still have my little yard project to get to, but again, the weather's just been not very cooperative.
Yeah.
So it's not a big rush right now. I wanted to get it done before, it got too cold and frozen around here, but I don't know if it will or not now.
I don't know. On my notifications today, one of the Orion Hall y'all video came up saying that weather patterns going to drastically shift with a big old blue area over us and a red area to the west. But I haven't watched it, so who knows?
Yeah. But we just want to try to get the house done, and then the next major thing is getting the food forest ready area. We have a lot of work to do to get that, so when we get the trees in March, that we'll be able to get them in the ground pretty much as soon as we get them, like within reason, because I don't want to have them and then try to keep them alive and little temporary things. That's just too much work. So I just want to make sure we are at a good place once we get there. So I'm just trying to think down the line and kind of time things out when we, the different projects that we have and we want to do, but when it makes sense to do which ones because of others,
Yep.
either deliveries or things that we have in order or other schedule and timelines.
Right.
So
Yeah, excuse me.
since we'll be in the house by March, that should give us plenty of time.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, all right. Let's let the folks go. Folks. Should we let them folks go?
We should let them go.
Yeah, we should let them go. You guys are free to go.
Have a great day. See you
Come
later.
back tomorrow.
Bye.